Be cool, Callie.
Gonna be a star, Oliver?
Gonna try.
Yeah, right.
What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. And have you ever wondered where your favorite A-lister got their start? Spoiler alert, a lot of them didn't debut on the red carpet. They showed up screaming in a fog-drenched horror flick. So today, we're going to count down 13 major stars whose first ever movie role, it was in a horror film. I mean, sure, some of these folks popped up on TV before they hit the big screen. And those. This list is strictly for their film debut, the first time their name ever rolled across a movie's opening credits. Or maybe it didn't. Usually, this was just before they got stabbed, screamed, or slime-bombed by a rubber monster. So if you thought their career started with Oscar bait trips, think again. Most of them started in low-budget bloodbaths, and we love them for it. Let's roll.
Josh, I'm sorry. I couldn't see through the makeup. I thought it was Oliver.
Yeah, well, Oliver's over here.
Before he was everyone's favorite silver fox, George Clooney, he was just another pretty face in a horror movie bloodbath. His first release role, it was Return to Horror High. It's a tongue-in-cheek slasher and movie within a movie. Clooney plays an actor who's playing a cop. Yeah, and he bites it early, leaving behind only hair volume and a dream. But there's a plot twist. His actual first horror gig was Grizzly 2, The Revenge, and this was filmed way back in 1983, but it got shelved for 40 years. It finally got released in 2020, meaning technically his first kill scene came courtesy of a malfunctioning animatronic bear. Either way, Clooney's horror roots run deeper than you think, and like any good slasher victim, he didn't see stardom coming until it was too late.
All right, that's it. Hold it right there.
Don't go down there, kid. There's all kinds of wild animals and shit. Hey, who do you belong to?
Who do you belong to?
Long before yachts and prestige biopics, Leo made his big screen debut battling space porcupines in Critters 3. He plays Josh, and he's a plucky stepson in an LA apartment complex which is overrun by alien fuzzballs with bad attitudes and even worse animatronics. I mean, sure, it was straight to video, but Leo already had that charisma cranked all the way up, and he handles the hokey dialogue like a champ. Plus, how many future Oscar winners can they say their first moment involved a mutant furball flying at their face? Not bad for a guy whose first enemy was a space gerbil with teeth.
I'm fine. So, about getting together sometime and doing something normal.
Normal like a movie?
Yeah.
This is a joke, right? This is our poor neighbor's house, and then you're gonna take us to our house.
Never judge a book by its cover, honey.
Dad, this book doesn't even have a cover.
Before Friends, Jennifer Aniston, she was trying to outwit a gold-obsessed gremlin in Leprechaun. So she plays Tori, the teen heroine who quickly goes from Valley Girl to clover-wielding survivor. It's a pretty campy horror comedy with the tone of a Goosebumps episode on a little bit of acid. But Aniston plays it surprisingly straight, dodging pogo stick murders and shotgun-toting pranksters like a pro. Warwick Davis's Leprechaun, steals the show. But Jen, she holds her own, even as she later tried to bury this one like a cursed gold. It may not be her proudest credit, but Leprechaun was a quirky, gory gateway to a sitcom juggernaut. And hey, we all gotta start somewhere.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. Honey, are you okay? I heard you scream. Oh.
I thought that was you rubbing my leg.
You let me?
That's not the point. Something was rubbing my leg.
For example, why after seeing Psycho were so many people afraid to take showers?
Not me. I never saw the movie.
You were afraid, right?
You bet.
Fear fascinates me. People pay to be scared. When you think about it, it's real ridiculous.
How ridiculous.
Yeah, we're talking Tom Hanks here. America's cinematic dad. He first dipped his toes in the horror pool with He Knows You're Alone. It's a slasher that showed up hot on the heels of Halloween and rode the wave of bridal-themed murder. Hanks plays a wholesome psych student who drops a surprisingly self-aware speech about why people love horror films. It's the kind of meta moment you'd expect in like Scream, delivered years earlier by a future Oscar winner who's barely in the movie. But even with just a few scenes, he's magnetic. He doesn't die, which might be the real twist here. The producers apparently liked him too much to kill him.
Say, have you got a dime?
What for?
I want to call my roommate and have him vacate the premises.
Why?
Well, I thought we'd play a game of backgammon.
Before she was dilking it out in Oscar territory, Hilary Swank was flouncing around in hot pink scrunchies in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, and she plays Kimberly, one of Buffy's ditzy friends, basically the human equivalent of a glitter hairspray. Her screen time, it's pretty light. Her lines are vapid, and it's all exactly how it's supposed to be. But even in this side role, Swank's timing and energy, they pop. It's a teen horror comedy with fangs and fringe jackets. And while Kristy Swanson and Paul Rubens steal most of the spotlight, Swank's Valley Girl performance, it's a fun early glimpse at the powerhouse she'd become. It's a long way from Million Dollar Baby, but this glitter-coated detour into vamp camp proves even award-winning careers, they could start in the back row of the cheer squad.
Wouldn't you guys just love me in this?
Guys, what's the sitch? I'm bored. What do you think? Please, it's so 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's yours.
Horror purists, yeah. Clueless technically hit theaters first. A couple months before Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers shambled into theaters in September. But look, I needed 13 names, and Rudd's sweaty, conspiracy-obsessed Tommy Doyle performance, it was too good to leave out. So sue me.
Can you tell me if a bus arrived from Pontiac last night?
Sure did. Are you looking for someone?
Thank you.
Rudd plays the grown-up version of the kid Laurie Strode babysat in the original. Now he's deep in the Myers mythos. The film's a mess, but Rudd gives it that earnest Paul Rudd energy we've come to love. It's weird to think this guy would one day become like Ant-Man. But here he is, dodging serial killers and druids in his film horror almost debut. Call it canonish.
Back off! Untie her.
Do as he says. Do it! You should join us. You have talent.
Dude, is this a false alarm or the real thing?
Duke? Who's Duke?
That's me. A lot of people think I look like John Wayne. No, it's false alarm. At ease, kids, at ease. I'll tell you this much.
In the good old 80s, Seinfeld's Elaine once got turned into a wood nymph by a shape-shifting troll in a San Francisco apartment building. Julia Louis-Dreyfus made her film debut in Troll, a fevered fantasy horror mashup where her character becomes a magical plant lady courtesy of the goblin named, Turok the Troll. It's as weird as it sounds and so delightful. Even in this early role, Louis-Dreyfus has comic spark, managing to be charming while dodging rubber monsters. The movie's tone swings between fairy tale and like full-blown psychosis, but she holds her own among the madness. I mean, it's not prestige TV, but hey, it's a cult classic, and her wood sprite glow up, it's iconic in its own twisted way.
It's my sermon on Revelations.
This one's fast. You've got maybe like 19 seconds to catch Charlize Theron in her very first film appearance. It's uncredited, there's no lines, just haunting the background as a cute kid in Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest. It's like Hollywood sent a sleeper agent into a straight-to-video cornfield bloodbath. The movie itself, and it's like peak 90s VHS filler. You have corn monsters, telekinetic vines, and a finale involving a god-sized corn demon. But Theron's silent, steely cameo somehow just still reads like, "Don't worry, I'll be famous in 5 years." It's the kind of horror trivia that makes fans grin. Oscar winners don't always start with award bait. Sometimes they start with a half-second walk through a corn-worshipping cult school. Patricia Arquette didn't just debut in a horror film. She came in swinging in arguably the best Freddy sequel. As Kristen, she's not some helpless victim. She's a dream warrior, pulling her friends into nightmares and fighting back. This was her first film, and she's like front and center, handling trauma, terror, and telekinetic battles with dream demons like a seasoned pro. You could tell she was going places. The movie itself is one of the smartest, most creative entries into the Nightmare series. And Arquette, she gives it like heart, grounding that Freddy madness into something real. She'd go on to win awards and take heavier roles, but her horror roots, they ran deep. And honestly, few first horror roles are as fun as fighting Freddy Krueger with some dream powers.
Doc, didn't you say that among the lower animals there were no natural enemies as long as they were well fed?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, maybe so, Doc, but there were 4 rats in there when I changed my lights. Now there's only 3.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's very first movie role. It wasn't a Western standoff, or it didn't even have a tough guy monologue. It was in Revenge of the Creature, the 3D sequel to Creature from the Black Lagoon. And he's on screen for like 40 seconds. And he's a scatterbrained lab assistant convinced his test rat is hoarding bananas. It's gloriously weird, and Clint plays it like he's already got one eye on the horizon. Oh, and there's some bonus points. That same year, he also popped up uncredited in Tarantula, and he's a jet pilot who just like literally nukes a giant spider. I mean, not bad for a guy whose early resume reads like a drive-in double feature. So before he was blowing punks away and whistling through spaghetti westerns, Clint was out here trying not to get upstaged by a rubber fish man. And honestly, he still kind of owned the scene. You just can't talk horror debuts without bowing to the queen. Halloween wasn't just Jamie Lee Curtis's first movie. It was also a horror revolution. Laurie Strode defined the final girl. She wasn't flashy, but she was smart, resourceful, and human.
Hey, man. We're not getting anywhere. All right. The boogeyman can only come out on Halloween night, right?
Right.
Well, I'm here tonight. I'm not about to let anything happen to you.
Promise?
Promise.
Curtis brought warmth and vulnerability to her role, which made her survival feel like earned. Carpenter's minimalist direction and that bone-chilling synth score created a slasher blueprint, and Curtis was the heart of it. She launched not just a franchise, but a legacy. From babysitter to scream queen to horror icon, Jamie Lee's debut wasn't just good, it was history.
Depend on this. I won't screw up.
If you blink, you're gonna miss him. But The Devil's Reign, technically, marks John Travolta's film debut. And he plays a satanic cultist. He's got no lines, I mean, barely even a close-up, but he's there, black robe and all. The movie itself, it's a gonzo occult thriller about a goat demon, and there's some face melting, rain burning, Shatner acting, and somewhere in all of this acid-soaked madness, baby Travolta makes his spooky entrance. I mean, he'd go on straight until he Carrie and then Welcome That Cotter, and it's not a bad glow-up, but before the disco, there was the devil, and a blink of creepy cult glory. These actors, they didn't open with blockbusters or prestige dramas. They opened with slashers, cults, and chaos. But that's the beauty of horror. It gives fresh talent a chance to scream, shine, and steal the scene. Which debut surprised you the most? Or do you have a favorite horror first performance we didn't mention? Go hit the comments and let us know. And if you like your fame served with a side of blood, subscribe for more Retro Vault deep dives. And until next time, keep it weird, folks.
It was rubbing my leg, like caressing it. And it ran off over there.
It's probably just an old possum, honey.
No, Dad, that was not an animal. Okay, I know what it feels like when a man caresses my leg.
Josh, come on, keep going. Which way do I go?
Yo, Josh, give me the flashlight.